call it carte blanche. And on our late night recitals, lies on the silver lining of the skies, untold stories of our lifetimes in forever changing wingspans of the moon. So we access, reflecting what shall come upon the world we know of, shifty in its shapes, seen through the chameleon's eye. A film rail perspective, with 1,000 images to capture, across an aging land of a dying totem, across the world we now call utopia. Our faith, soon to heave, never to be remembered in any scribbling patterns of our hearts or voices of our lost love, where our forefathers and mothers' screams echo their lust, across an aging land of a dying totem, across the grounds of stolen gods and treasures post-mortem, to tamper with our past, to step their dirty feet on our angelic wings, our pride soon to crash, our pyramids, temples, and altars to be worn by deserted sand, and have our offsprings forgetting themselves. They speak of how our bloodlines shall be emptied to feed dead gods. Our family trees shall be uprooted from the land where Mother Earth shelters her umbilical cord. Our kings shackled, queens slaved, homes dismantled, our dignities displayed, sacred altars shuffled, our traditions put to shame. We bear our bravery across the wilderness. Children with endless tears, that tightens a grieving heart, run across the wastelands. Our bare feet swell, crack and tear, in search of a better hunger, away from home, where trees burn and fire smokes hopes, where warlords powder their nose and cannibalism unfolds. We seek the shelter beneath the wounded moon, beneath the shivering sounds of laughing hyenas and weeping tunes. Dreams of sleepings are cocoons of dreadful nightmares, to cloud our thoughts and have our tomorrows in smoke screens of nuclear. And as to us, children of the night, bear our bravery across the wilderness. Hundreds to be fed, a dozen of infants with a fear of where we led, but the instinct of the eastern star directs. And yet, our journey continues. Who will teach us to nurture this future in our hands? For we are merely lost kids of a dead kingdom without the knowledge of our age suppressed. The sun dangles around ridiculously the days to pass, dribbled by intense fears and recitals of wind-blown tales of our forefathers and mothers and lullabies of our deceased grandmothers, whilst the skies fever from the scent of rebels. 100 miles away, we still shiver from gunshots of AKs and rifles. Young sisters tremble from their first menstrual cycles. Our thoughts dangled by the power of who the bullet might choose. And yet our journey continues. Harvests modified, our farms landmines, our land excavated, and our light the brightest star in the darkest sky. So we wear the darkness outside to shine from the inside. For our story shall not be sold to put shame on our continent across the globe. Not like this when our brothers and sisters are still traded on coast, enslaved abroad. We are manufacturing kings. Our spirits, our limits beyond skylines. Our bodies, our canvases, to match illustrations of our timelines. And our earlobes shall be stretched to channel history's echoes in futures. With our imagination, we shall recite hopes of our nearly dead sutras. Our mission shall remain our quest. For we hold a revolution in a change fist, a peoples of open hands with humility to serve. Our children shall name themselves from generation to generation, and society shall never exist in our nothingness. Today, the day of a slave ends. The strength of hammering rocks shall be consumed by paintings and sketches, crafts and dances, cameras and snaps, pens and pad. The rain on our deserted sands shall descend, and from this here point, we shall not look back, and we shall call upon ourselves.
Manufacturing king.